Today in this video, I'm going to go over the tools needed to perform a rear brake drum and shoe service on a 2000 Toyota Tundra. Four-wheel drive, V8, regular cab. I don't think that matters. I think it's all the same brakes. But starting with the jack stands here, these Harbor Freight 3-ton jack stands under the axle have worked great for me. Moving on to the jack I use, this Old Faithful jack just won't die, keeps working. This is the brake grease I use from O'Reilly's. This is the old hardware. I debated reusing the drums, but decided to get a new set from AC Delco. The shoes were completely worn out. It's time for new ones. So on to the tool sets. Typically doing a job, I grab all kinds of tools, but I found I only actually use a select few. So starting with the Haynes manual, super important. Instructions that came with the brakes, helpful for exploded view, but was really too small to be useful. Mask for safety. This PPE is very critical. Do not overlook. Use the mask. Don't let the dust get into your lungs. Knee pad, catch basin. So starting with taking off the wheels, I go by hand, or sometimes I use the impact driver by hand. You don't have to take off the inner hubs. But the impact driver, my socket's not big enough, it causes damage, so I have to take off the hubs with a pry bar. So I found this long Koken socket attached to this Icon 18-inch pry bar, works pretty well. And then this Koken ratchet and this special Koken socket that doesn't grip the edges seems to work better for the swollen lug nuts, but some of them are so swollen I need to get this 21.5 great pneumatic reversible to 21 impact socket. That really works well for the swollen lugs. I just put them all on one wheel now, so I only have to deal with it on one wheel, so only 1 out of 4 seem to be swollen. Magnetic tray. Got these I think they're M8 by 120.1.25 bolts with a 1/2-inch Makita 3/8 drive impact driver, along with the 3/8 Makita impact gun. Those worked well to take the drum off. Look up the bolt exact specs in another video. I'm not positive about that. Magnetic tray for the lug nuts. Onto the tools. This brake tool pry bar came in super handy. I bought it with some, just buying tools for doing brakes on Toyotas. Inspection mirror and flashlight also came in handy. Large screwdriver was needed. Large twin grips came in super handy to remove the large spring. Smaller flathead screwdriver helped to install the spring. There's a special tool to remove I think they're called the backing washers on the springs, but there's these certain washers that twist onto the springs that hold the shoes in place. Of course, you need the brake cleaner before you get started. And then to remove the C-clips, I use this chisel and hammer. On the cleaning, series of brushes, clean the wheel hubs and just clean up everything. Again, using the PPE. Here's the brake shoe parts kit. I did not get a spring kit. It's probably a mistake. Next time I'll get the spring kit. But all the springs look good and kind of oversight on my part. These are the AC Delco drums, so it's not worth it redo it and put all new springs in, but next time for sure I'm getting a new spring kit. Don't make the mistake I did. If you're putting all new hardware in, you might as well get the springs. This long pick helped to install the bottom spring that was giving me a hard time. These two 10mm wrenches work to adjust the parking brake bell housing crank that may or may not need to be done in your job. And then back to the tools that I'm using now to reinstall the springs. These are the critical tools I use to install the springs. So this long pick, again the twin grip large Knipex twin grip pliers, this special brake pry bar. And then I found having a bunch of oily rags came in handy to clean up the catch basin that all the brake cleaner evaporates in, leaving a thick caked layer of black soot. So having an old gear oil soaked rag that you thought would be trash actually does a great job cleaning that up. And then you can throw it away after that. So that's a quick overview of all the tools I used. And last but not least, I found this Knipex adjustable wrench pliers work great as a crushing device to install the C-clips.